In a statement released by his attorney's office shortly after he made the plea, Flynn claimed he has faced false accusations of treason. However, he also acknowledged that the actions he pleaded guilty to were wrong and indicated that his guilty plea was part of an agreement to cooperate with the Special Counsel's Office. After over 33 years of military service to our country, including nearly 5 years in combat away from my family, and then my decision to continue to serve the United States, it has been extraordinarily painful to endure these many months of false accusations of treason and other outrageous acts. Such false accusations are contrary to everything I have ever done and stood for. But I recognize that the actions I acknowledged in court today were wrong, and, through my faith in God, I am working to set things right, said Flynn. Flynn described his decision to cooperate with prosecutors as one that was made in the best interests of my family and of our country. I accept full responsibility for my actions, Flynn said. The law firm indicated Flynn and his attorney, Robert Kellner, would not make further public statements about the plea. The information said Flynn spoke to FBI agents on January 24, 2017, 4 days after Trump took office and he officially became National Security Advisor. During that interview, Flynn allegedly lied about discussions he had with Kislyak about U.S. sanctions on Russia and a UN Security Council resolution. According to the document, Flynn spoke to Kislyak on December 29, the same day the outgoing Obama administration issued sanctions for Russia's alleged intervention in the election. Mueller and his team said Flynn falsely said he did not ask Kislyak to refrain from escalating the situation. Mueller and his team also said Flynn spoke to Kislyak last December 22. Flynn allegedly falsely told FBI agents that he did not ask the Russian ambassador to delay the vote on or defeat a pending United Nations Security Council resolution. The charging documents were made public on Friday morning. Shortly afterwards, the White House referred questions about the charges to Ty Cobb, the lawyer who is handling issues related to the Russia investigation for the Trump administration. The White House subsequently released a statement from Cobb wherein he emphasized the fact Flynn spent a little over 3 weeks in the Trump administration before being fired from his post as National Security Advisor after it was revealed that he misled Vice President Mike Pence about his conversations with Kislyak. Today, Michael Flynn, a former National Security Advisor at the White House for 25 days during the Trump administration, and a former Obama administration official, entered a guilty plea to a single count of making a false statement to the FBI, Cobb said, adding, "The false statements involved mirror the false statements to White House officials which resulted in his resignation in February of this year. Nothing about the guilty plea or the charge implicates anyone other than Mr. Flynn." The conclusion of this phase of the special counsel's work demonstrates again that the special counsel is moving with all deliberate speed and clears the way for a prompt and reasonable conclusion. Flynn has been the subject of intense scrutiny for months. In addition to the concerns about his communications with Kislyak, Flynn has faced questions about whether he failed to declare lobbying work he did for the Turkish government and whether he worked with Istanbul on a plot to hand over a Turkish dissident who is living in the United States. Flynn's meeting with Turkish representatives allegedly took place last December during the presidential transition and involved his son, Michael Flynn Jr. Flynn's son was also implicated in the payments from the Turkish government as he worked in his father's consulting business. Legal experts have speculated the potential for charges against Flynn's son could give prosecutors leverage against him. Flynn was spared the more serious charges he could have faced for failing to register his work with Turkey or for negotiating with the Russian ambassador while he was still a private citizen. In a report released in January, the U.S. intelligence community said the Russian government interfered with last year's election to help Trump against his rival, Democrat Hillary Clinton. Trump and his administration have repeatedly denied he had any involvement with Russia's efforts. The White House has also sought to distance Trump from the former aides who have faced criminal charges. This story was updated at 11:55 a.m. with the statements from Flynn and Cobb.